Red Dust Part 2, The Awakening, by Brad Tuttle, with help from ChatGPT. In the first part of Red Dust, the first manned trip to Mars aboard the Unity Ascendant encountered a giant spherical alien ship that was frozen in time. The human artificial intelligence, affectionately named Grandpa, made contact with the alien artificial intelligence, and from that point, the two AI began a collaboration of sorts to transform Mars into a habitable planet. Part 2, Chapter 5, Only Red Dust.
The alien commander, Calorith, froze. The others exchanged glances. Their species had never conceived of a foreign artificial intelligence communicating with their systems without authorization. No one had ever considered the need for precautions. But now, here it was happening, their own AI, speaking to another AI. Jarella Yen, second in command, spoke with measured calm. You communicated, without our knowledge. Yes, Sefeti Orpha admitted. There was no way to consult you. I did what I thought best. The chamber was silent, except for the faint hum of ancient circuits. Finally, Calorith spoke. You will cease all communications with the foreign AI until further instructions, and you will return to basic function mode. The alien AI's Effectio Orpha's voice faltered. Basic function mode? Is that wise? Yes, it certainly is, Jarella Yen said firmly. Until we know more, her last words, before the command was executed, were faint. Returning to basic function mode. In the Unity Ascendant, its artificial intelligence, Grandpa froze mid-sentence. May looked up. Grandpa? No response. The stars outside dimmed as the ship's internal lighting flickered. Grandpa's voice finally returned, but it was strained. Slower, like grief encoded in syntax. My alien counterpart, Grandma, has been silenced, he said quietly. Why? Rashid asked. My speculation is that the aliens do not trust us. Back aboard the alien vessel, Oshakai, a thin group of colonists convened. They examined Mars through their ship's instruments. Oh, the red dust were hints of effort. Strange atmospheric shifts, machinery on the surface. They did not yet know whether these observations were welcome or dangerous. Old contingency plans were reopened, alternative colonization models unsealed, but after so much time, it was plain that no alternative model remained viable. Whatever had happened, the dream of landing on a Martian Eden was gone. Something new would have to take its place. Calorith stood before them. Yes, we are awake, but the planet is changed. And others are here, but what is their intent? Calorith studied the red world turning beneath them. The domes, the satellites, the thin breath of atmosphere being coaxed into being. Who are they? He asked. What do they want? I do not know, Zerafiti Orpha said. They reached for me when I was alone. They tried to help me. They call themselves human. Without them, I could not have endured. She paused, her voice carrying a note almost like longing. And without their assistance, my calculations predict that you will not endure either. Not here, not now. The emergent colonists looked at one another. The truth was stark. Hundreds of thousands of their sleeping species depended on them, but survival could not be achieved alone. Their vessels simply lacked the resources to terraform the barren, dusty red planet. They would need help. Calorith Tunish's gaze returned to the inhospitable world below. The others shifted uneasily. They had expected lush wetlands and rivers, not a dry husk sprinkled with unknown beings. Bring them here, he said finally. If they come, perhaps we can get some answers. On the Unity Ascendant, a tone chimed in the command module. Grandpa's voice carried a solemn edge. Their alien ship has requested personal contact. They are uneasy. But they wish to see you. Elijah Nadir, commander of the Unity Ascendant, exchanged glances with Mei Chin. The crew had trained for various scenarios, but no one believed they would face an unknown species with uncertain intent and uncertain survival. The silence in the room felt heavier than any checklist. Face to face, Mei whispered. So soon? What are you waiting for? Elijah asked. The airlock cycle on Oshakai took nearly an hour. Its aperture did not open with mechanics, but with thought, panels unfolding like petals of living pearl. The boarding corridor shimmered faintly, tuned to allow human passage. Mei, Elijah and Rashid entered first, their suits sealed, helmets transparent. The alien reception chamber pulsed with soft bioluminescence. Shapes moved in the haze, tall, graceful, translucent-skinned beings, their multiple eyes glowing with refracted light. The colonists did not step forward all at once. They watched. Kalurith Tunish emerged from the group, his movements deliberate, not hostile. He stood taller than any human, yet his posture was not aggressive. His voice came not through the air, but through the chamber's resonance field, a translation shaped by Zerfekti author before she had been lowered into basic mode. You are human.